Hello, I'm Mr. Surbeck, and I'm going to be your science teacher for the 2020-21 school year. I wanted to take a few moments in this video and talk about the general procedures that we will utilize throughout this school year as we learn science. So the first thing that I want to talk about is where information will be distributed. And so for this class, all information will be distributed via Google Classroom. Now, it doesn't matter if you're a remote student, it doesn't matter if you're an Aaa Hybrid student or a BB Hybrid student, all information will be distributed via Google Classroom. Now, in an email that I sent out earlier, I sent the Google Class code. Utilize this code to log into your Google account and to log and have access to the information for your specific science class. Now, if you don't know how to log into Google Classroom, please send me an email and I'll respond as quick as I can to help you get signed up for Google Classroom. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause the video and then I'm going to resume it on a document that's going to outline a generalized schedule that we will utilize throughout this school year. So in this document, I have the three different types of schedules that we will be utilizing throughout the year. The first schedule is for students that are just remote-only learning students. And so what will happen for remote learning students is that on Monday, you will either do a new set of notes or you'll complete an online assignment via Google Classroom. Now on Tuesday and Wednesday, we will conduct a lab. And now how this lab will work for my remote students only is that there will be a video and you will have to record your observations and data from the video that I record of myself doing the lab. And then on that Wednesday, you'll have to turn in that lab handout via Google Classroom. Now, Thursday and Friday follow a very similar format as Monday. So you'll either take new notes or you will do the online assignment. Now, for the Aaa Hybrid Schedule, it looks very, very similar to the remote learning schedule. The only difference is that on Tuesday and Wednesday, you will come into the school and physically conduct that lab experiment. So it's the same lab experiment the remote kids are getting. You are just actually physically doing that particular lab experiment in class. Now, before you leave class on Wednesday, you will turn in that lab handout for that particular lab. Now, Thursday and Friday will be the same as the remote learners. You will either take new notes via Google Classroom or you will complete an online assignment using Google Classroom. Now, for the BB Hybrid students, very similar. The only difference here is that you will physically come in and conduct the lab experiment on Thursdays and Fridays. The same lab experiment that the remote students are doing, the same that the Aaa Hybrid students are doing, except you're just going to conduct those on Thursday and Friday. Now, one question that might be coming to your mind is, what exactly do notes look like? So with my notes, these are guided notes where I have made a video over a particular section, and you need to take the video notes and copy down exactly what I put in there and add in your other notes. You will turn those in some format. For the remote students, you'll send me an email link with that completion of those notes. For hybrid students, you will send me you will bring those notes to class. Now I'm going to pause the video one more time and I'm going to get out the typical point spread that will be utilized throughout this class. So for the science class, it is going to be a total point class, and that means the total points you earn will be divided by the total points allowed in the class, and that average will become your quarter 1 and quarter 2 average. So for each chapter that we go over, we will have a chapter exam that will be worth 100 points. You will take homework quizzes, which homework quizzes are those online assignments that you will complete via Google Classroom, and these are worth 25 points apiece. Now you'll take 2 of these homework quizzes per each chapter. You'll also do a mini lab and a chapter lab in every single chapter, and those are worth 15 and 20 points respectively. Now those guided notes that I talked about just earlier are worth 5 points apiece, and if you're remote, you'll have to send me an email with those notes handwritten and completed, or if you're a hybrid student, you'll have to bring those to class. And each set of notes is worth 5 points. And roughly each section has about 3 sections. There are some sections or chapters with 4 sections, so each set of notes is worth 5 points. So that means typically in a chapter we will have around 200 total points available for you to earn. So, like I said, this is a very brief overview. I just wanted to give you an idea of how we would be conducting class this semester. And if you do have any questions, do not hesitate to contact me via my email.